Hello, welcome back to Scary Stories that I've had growing up through my whole life of school. Are still going on. If you like this, please subscribe. I don't even know why it started without me asking it to start. I'm so sorry. Anyways, today, I have gone through so much in my life, just in general, not even counting the trauma. Now, a couple of these stories is trauma-based, and that kind of built my character for me. But everything else is like haunted, ghost type shit, you know? You know what I'm saying, Felicia? Anyways, if you guys like, please subscribe. Starting off with like my most scary story that I've ever partaken in is a school shooting. Sorry if you can hear my brother yelling in the background, but like a school shooting, I was a part of it. A student brought a gun to school and, started shooting people. A couple kids died, a couple teachers, and the principal, and a couple security guards from our school. I don't know if it's on any news platform or anything, but anyways, yeah. It was really scary. I'm sorry. I was in about first or second grade when it first happened. It happened again, but no one was shot or killed. Someone was hurt pretty bad, but they were only shot in the leg, but police quickly came because they were on campus because we had this like threats before, and it was some random man who came the second time. His mother worked the school too, and it was pretty scary. The second time, or not the second time, the first time, once again, a lot of people died. The shooter was a 5th grade student. I was in 1st or 2nd grade. I was in the wing down. There were still bullet holes in the walls. I don't have any pictures. If I would, I wouldn't put them up either way because they are pretty gruesome. But the shooter did come into my classroom. He shot one of my best friends and my teacher, which was really sad and scary to witness. I don't really go into like too much detail about it because it's like really freaking traumatizing, and it built my character a lot, and that's why whenever I see like people say like I've partaken in school shootings, I feel so much guilt for them, even if it wasn't me that it happened to, and because I've been a part of one, and it was really scary. And we were all hiding in the supplies closets, and a couple students were out because they couldn't get it, like we couldn't fit, so they were hiding under the teacher's desk with the teacher. And it was really freaking scary. So I lost my best friends and my teacher that day, and we lost the principal, a couple school security guards or something, and a few other students and a couple other teachers. It's really sad. It wasn't anything mass. Everyone took, and a couple people were injured. And it was really freaking scary. No, that was in kindergarten. The second time I was in 1st or 2nd grade. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't have really good memory of it either, except for the gunshots ringing through the hallways. I had just come back from the library too, from getting a book, and I also had to go to the nurse because I got hit in the nose with a basketball, and something that did scare me worse than anything was when the cops came in and grabbed him and arrested him and stuff and detained him. They took him out. A few minutes later, they came and got us. They told us, keep looking down, keep your hands on your head. And it's really sad because we're kindergartners at the time. We're being told, keep your hands on your head and look down. And then at a certain point we were told to look up because the bodies were scattered there. Just right there, and it was really sad. And being a kindergartner and someone who was kind of slow at the time, sorry. When I was in kindergarten, I was not the greatest listener. I did not hear things very well, so I didn't hear when they said look up. So I saw the bodies, and it was really traumatizing because I saw my best friend's body laying there, and she was drenched in blood, and you could see the bullet holes, and it was really sad. They put a body bag over her right after we all walked through, and when my grandparents actually came to pick me up, and my brother and stuff, because my parents are divorced, by the way. Okay, I'm going into too much detail. I'm probably just gonna crop that bit out. Anyways, yeah, so that's one of the traumatizing stories that I've had. This story is one of my favorites to tell because it is so freaking cool. If you believe in paranormal like me, you would understand that there are spirits. They're not called ghosts, they're called spirits. Oh my god, I can't remember what they're called now. And it's like, not specters. I'll say it if it comes to me, but anyways, I still participate in crazy paranormal activity, but something that made my mom cry when I told her is, when I was a baby, my grandpa died holding me, and we're gonna call him Papa B, because that's what we still call him. We save seats for our dead loved ones on Thanksgiving, and we make them plates, and we sit them in front of them, and we pour them a glass of, like, their favorite drink, because we think it brings us closer to the spiritual world. My whole family is a part of spiritual activity. We've all experienced it. And the last thing my grandpa told me was my little angel. And then literally as soon as we left, my mom and my dad had to leave the room to go and go get my brother. So they left me in there with him, and he died. So nurses took me and they found my mom and they explained everything. It was really sad and heartbreaking. And sorry. It was really sad actually. Yeah. So a bit later, like when I started to experience this one thing. The first time I experienced was a tall, kind of round man who looked just like him. I find pictures of him. I'm not gonna put pictures of him up because you can find him because he was such a well-known hero. He helped in 9/11. He was a firefighter, a cop. He worked at school. He was the best volunteer person and the hero anyone could ask for. He is. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My voice is breaking. But basically, there's a man who stands at the edge of my bed. He still does every night at 3 o'clock, or not 3 o'clock in like the morning, and then so from 9:30 to 3 o'clock, there's a man standing at the edge of my bed. I see it. I still do, and I really hope I can forever see it. But anyways, oh my god, I am trying not to cry at this story. And so I told my mom about it in the dollar store. I remember exactly, it was the dollar store. I told her last year because I could not handle saying anything. I could not figure it out until after I was looking through old family albums. I come across a picture who looks just like I go to my mom, and I ask her, "Who is this?" "Oh, that's your Papa B." And yada 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 and everything else. And then another story, I asked her again, "Mom, I don't know what's going on." Because it was in a dollar store. We were trying to be quiet because there were so many other people around because it was around last Christmas time. And pretty much, so everything else was going hectic. Excuse me, that was really rude. Oh my god, excuse me. And so we kind of chatted about him more, and then and after finding more and more about him, I finally got the urge to tell her he's the one at the edge of my bed. She was confused at first until I started explaining it and stuff, and how he was a tall, kind of roundish man and stuff, and everything else, and he would mumble words. And then the night that I told my mom, oh my gosh, I don't know how to say it now. I'm not crazy, okay? I'm not crazy. I am not Delulu. I mean, I am over guys, but yeah. And then the night I told her, I could finally make out the words, and he was saying "my little angel," and it's just like, I love it because it's just, I love it. this one happened in Kentucky. Actually, I was on a not on a vacation, but my mom had us for like a month on summer vacation, and I loved it. We were in a Baskin Robbins, and some man came up to us and asked us, "Do you have any money so I can get my kid ice cream?" And we asked, "Okay, we will. If we can find like see what the kid is, like make sure you're not lying to us, and stuff." And so he went out for a little bit, and right before we were leaving, he comes in with a kid who's crying and looks like and stuff. And then my dad tells us, me, my mom, and my brother to go out to the car and wait for him there, because right as soon as we left the store, there was a mom running in, hysterically crying, yelling, "Someone took my kid! Someone took my kid!" And like, she runs into the store, and then 2 minutes later, a cop runs in there, and they arrest the man, and the mom walks out with the kid. Like, what the fuck? We give the man money to buy the kid ice cream, because like, oh, it's real. And turns out the kid was allergic, like deadly allergic to stuff in ice cream. And so when the kid took a bite of ice cream, he had not right away, but like a few seconds after, the mom was sitting out there. She didn't know her kid was allergic to ice cream, or like something in ice cream. I honestly don't know, or something, I guess, but she was just letting him eat it at this point. I don't know. And so yeah, that was one of my other scary stories. My next one probably has to do with pickle liquor potato chips. What the frick am I saying? Sorry. My next one has to do with online. Do not talk online if you don't know the safety rules. Don't give people your address. Don't tell them any information, where you go to school, what street you live on, anything like that. Don't tell them anything about your personal life. If someone asks you, what I did when I was little, when I was like 8 or 9, I was living with my mom now, and I decided to tell some person on the internet my exact address, the highway I lived on, what my parents did, what my name was, what my mom and dad's name was, all through Roblox. If you don't know what Roblox is, it's a pretty stupid app. I mean, it's not stupid. I find it kind of stupid because I don't know, explain it. Okay, but I don't really enjoy Roblox. I mean, I still play it every once in a while for like club stuff and whatever, to goof around with friends on there and stuff. But I don't really enjoy it as much as I used to, mainly because of this. Because after I told that man, a few weeks later, the man, I didn't know was a man. He said he was a little girl on the internet, and he told me, "Oh, well, I live right near you." He didn't. I found that out. He didn't. He lived in Alabama. He was a 47-year-old man. He came over. He flew out, and he came over, and he was, and because I told him what my stepdad at the time and my mom were doing, like, oh, they do tattoos and piercings. My mom divorced him for many reasons. Not gonna go into that. And then during the mid-tattoo, he talking to my stepdad at the time. We're gonna call him Alex, my stepdad at the time. He was talking to Alex about like some stupid little game he plays called Roblox, and he makes content. He doesn't. We found that out. He doesn't make content because he gave like some stupid little fake channel he made up. Nothing showed up. I can't remember what it was called, but anyways, so after he did that, my parents, like, my mom was in there too, and I was with my mom because I was helping her. I needed help with actually working on something. I was homeschooled too, so I needed help working on like math. And he goes, I was talking to this kid on the internet, and she lives right here, like, do you know her? And he brings up my little username, and my mom kind of looks at me, and my Alex, he goes into, like, he asks, like, some questions before, like, they kicked him out and they called the cops. Or no, they didn't kick him out until, like, after he, like, kept making, like, disgusting comments towards us. I remember this part vividly. The one thing he said was, "You're gonna let me go, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm going to do this to your daughter." It's disgusting. So we called the cops, and my dad held him against the wall, and then right after he said those comments, he shoved him out, called my uncle. My uncle drove, he caught him, he put him in his car, literally, kind of kidnapped him, I guess, drove him back, and held him against his will on the school bus, because we were planning on turning that school bus into, like, a traveling business kind of thing and stuff, and travel the country and everything, like, make it a bus RV, whatever, I guess. Yeah. It was really freaking stupid. Don't tell anybody your personal information at all. It's not safe. It's not fun. It's not okay in general. Do not do it. 0 times. Don't recommend. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching me. Oh, by the way, this is voiceover. I don't know if it's at the beginning or not. But yeah, I have so many other stories, but I don't want to go into detail. If you guys enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, because it means so much to me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.